was in the weight room and training, and he was a senior, I was a freshman, and I was lifting more than he was, and he wasn't happy about it, and he threw a 25-pound plate at me.
Oh, jeez. All right, that's...
It smacked me in the chest and knocked the wind out of me, and I got up, and his back was turned to me, and I ran up to him and pushed him out the window. So,
ooh.
Don't turn your back to me after you hit me.
No. Oh my God, injuries on his
yeah, part? He broke a few things.
Why are you so angry with yourself, though? Because if that's autobiographical, that song, you're really screaming at yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get over it. I mean, I was raised to be humiliated. I mean, I was told I shouldn't have been born. I was told I was this, I'll never be anything. My teacher said, you know, you'll never be anything, you'll never do this, you'll never do that. And after a while, you believe it. You know, I would feel bad about myself, and I'm still trying to get a sense of myself. I'm 31. I'm still, you know, trying to feel my feet on the ground. Because if you notice the lyric at the end of the song, the guy's falling out the window, and the other guy catches him. It says, you know, if you can see the you that I see when I see you, you'd see yourself so differently. It's like saying you're not all that bad.
I always was considered bigger than most people because I was growing fast. And there are a lot of awful words used that can really, you know, get on your mind and sit at home and think about. And when you hear the ages of these children that have comprehended the idea of turning themselves off because they've been bullied, because they were considered not normal, whether they were too small or maybe a different color or just believed in things that people didn't understand. I understand all that all too well, and I embrace those kids the most.
In high school, I didn't associate with anyone. Like, no one remembers me because I was just invisible. But me and my friends were sort of like into punk rock, like in a place where like no one knew what that was. That was just like... And then the day we graduated, we were at like hanging out around McDonald's, and the main asshole jock kid came up who would be your worst enemy. And he started like, hey man, I'm going to college. Where do you guys get like your cool clothes and stuff? Like, wait a minute. It was 4 years of torture from you and your douchebag friends, and now the day we graduate, you're like, hey, you guys were... So that's what I knew. Everyone's so fucking insecure. It doesn't matter. And then that next day I was like, I don't care anymore. I'm always motivated probably by anger and revenge and things of that nature. That's why when people want anti-bullying, I go, well, might be anti-success later on in life. Because, you know, people that get fucked with tend to make it.
You know, my kid was being bullied when he was in elementary school. Every day, this kid was beating on him. So what I did was I pulled him aside and I said, listen, what toy do you want if you could have anything in the world? At the time, it was a Nintendo game. I said, all right, you punch this kid in the face. I'm putting a bounty on this kid's head. You smoke this motherfucker right in the face. What did my son do? He smoked that bully in the nose, and he got the video game. Fight fire with a nuclear blast.
Dear little Lizzie, you are 13 years old, and you just started this band called Halestorm. So you just came home from school, and you're very confused because your three best friends that were just your best friends last summer are no longer your friends anymore for some weird reason. And after every single class, they make fun of you, they're calling you weird names, they won't let you sit with them. They make fun of your clothes and make fun of the way you talk. You go home after school and you're crying to mom about it. In a couple years, you're not even gonna think about them. You're not gonna think about them, and you're gonna be doing something so incredible with your life. I don't really know where they are now, but they're definitely not as cool as you.
I think kids don't understand what violence is, and before they do it, I think a lot of kids try out violence on other kids to see how it feels, and then it's too late, you know.
そのいじめダメ絶対の曲を聴いて元気をもらったりとか、あとは一回ファンの方で、多分イギリスのファンの方だったと思うんですけど、一回お手紙をもらっていじめられてて家でずっと引っ込んでたんだけど、ベビーメタルを見てすごい元気をもらったって、すごくパワフルななんか歌とかそういう強いメッセージに感動したっていう言葉をいただいて、私たちも 英語とか言葉が全然日本語で歌ってるので言葉は通じないはずなのに、でもそうやって元気をもらってるファンの方がいるんだなって思うと、私たちもすごく元気をもらえるし、これからも頑張りたいなってその手紙を見た時に思いました。
It's painfully small how these bullies can be. But the one thing I will say to people who are being bullied, it's temporary. If you can keep your shit together, if you can band people around you who are good for you, good for your heart, you can get through it. High school is so fucking temporary. College is so fucking temporary. All of that shit is temporary. You got the rest of your fucking life to build yourself. Stick together. Fucking stick together. One bully can't fight against fucking 20 people. Stick together. Be a good friend.